Please pay homage to the Buddha. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Should be this one, huh? Sayadaw. Starting from the first. In Sayadaw's Dhamma talk on Mahasatipatthana Sutta, Sayadaw mentioned a stage of insight where a yogi no longer sees kalāpas perishing away. They only see perishing. What is this stage? What is the light that accompanies this stage?
This stage is especially the knowledge of dissolution, Bhanga. From that Bhanga, the knowledge of dissolution, all other insight knowledges up to the Sankharupaka Jnana, formations equanimity knowledge or Anuloma Jnana or Kudrabu Jnana. Anuloma Jnana, sorry. After Sankharupaka, there is another higher knowledge, Anuloma Jnana, conformity knowledge. Up to that stage, all insight knowledges only sees the variation of formations. Whatever formation they contemplate, they see only just variation. At that time, they see pure paramattha, pure ultimate materiality, pure ultimate mentality only. At that time, the light of wisdom also very bright. But this light is actually the wisdom faculty which produce, which is contemplating the nature or dukkha or another characteristic of those formations. Produce this light. So this is the light of wisdom. But actually, that Vipassana insight produce mind-kalāpas throughout a meditator's body. Among those mind-kalāpas, in each mind-kalāpa there is temperature, uddu, fire element. Every temperature, uddu, produce uncountable temperature mind-kalāpas. Those temperature mind-kalāpas are called cittaja, paccaya, udduja. Depending on this temperature rise. That temperature produce temperature kalāpas. Those temperature kalāpas rise throughout meditator's body, but they arise not only throughout meditator's body, but also externally outside the meditator's body, surrounding everywhere the meditator's body. So this is also called the light of wisdom. The reason is while contemplating Vipassana, usually at the day, for some meditators there may be 34 mental formations. For some meditators there may be 33 mental formations. Occasionally BD is present, occasionally BD is absent. Among those mentalities, there is wisdom faculty. That wisdom faculty at the time became very powerful. When wisdom faculty is very, very powerful, light of wisdom is very, very bright. So this is the light of wisdom of Vipassana insight.
Now the next question. One yogi said that when practicing Vipassana, He's always living in the present moment and contemplating. His mind does not want to remember many things. When he hears something, his mind can become blank. Is this condition common? Would meditation make one forgetful or have good memory? If a yogi has this condition, how to balance himself in daily life?
Usually this condition is blank. That blank is maybe Bhavanā mind state only. While contemplating those formations, this meditator's idea is just only present is enough. For such meditators, to teach vipassana is not easy. This year in Forest Refuge, I teach one meditator about rūpa kammatthana based on 4 elements meditation. While analyzing kalāpas, slowly she became bored. It is not necessary to see in detail such and such pramata rūpas. Without seeing these pramata rūpas, also one can realize nibbana. This is her idea. Why she have such idea? Because she had been practiced another meditation subject. She believed she had already realized nibbana. Because of this reason, she don't want to analyze those kalāpas. At the time, kalāpas are rising and perishing very, very quickly. Please don't pay attention, rising and perishing, just emphasize only ultimate materiality in each kalāpa. In this way, I teach her. But she don't want to obey this instruction. Because of this reason, later she take permission from me. She don't want to learn this rūpa kammatthana materiality meditation. Please teach her only samatha meditation. She want to practice only samatha meditation. In this way, she informed me. At that time, I teach her 10 kasinas, 8 attainments, and then 4 sublime abidings, etc. In the same way, some meditators, they think present is enough. It is not necessary to contemplate past and future. Their idea is past is finished. Present and future is not yet coming. So it is not necessary, only just stay with present. This is their idea. Because of this idea, while contemplating formations, they emphasize only present, but their wisdom is not so sharp and bright. Their concentration also a little bit weak. At the time, frequently they fall into Bhavanā. At the time they think this is a blank mind. But actually, they think this is nibbana. So they want to recognize this is such type of state is nibbana only. So this is a problem. And then how they should do? They should re-establish concentration again and again. When concentration is especially put jhana concentration is very deep and profound, other than they should go back to this ultimate materiality, then to this ultimate mentality, both internally and externally. After discerning this both mentality and materiality, both internally and externally, they should also discern past and future mentality and materiality. Then they should contemplate as nature, dukkha, and anatta. If nama rūpa metta, mentality meditation metta is not enough to them, or for them, for him, for her, at that time, they should divide 5 aggregate method. It is better. If 5 aggregate method also not so much helpful, then they should practice 12 ayana method. So, if they practice in this way, in different methods, then slowly their wisdom faculty will become sharp. Occasionally, they should also practice past materiality and mentality by way of 5 aggregate method or by way of 12 ayatana, 12 basis method. Occasionally, they should also contemplate future mentality and materiality by way of 5 aggregate method or by way of 12 ayatana method, etc. Occasionally, they should also contemplate dependent origination factors, which are always arise as a mind-mental process in past life. For example, they should go back to see this avijja mental process and they should contemplate this avijja together with associated mental formations according to mental process. In the same way, sankhara, vijnana, nama, rūpa, etc., they should, in the same way, they must contemplate. If they do in this way, if their vipassana insight is not yet sharp, then at that time they should go to contemplate rūpa saddhaka method, rūpa septic method, and arupa saddhaka method, arupa septic method, etc. Then if they can thoroughly practice, it is okay. If it is not okay still, then they should go back to contemplate these 5 aggregates as by way of 40 meditation methods. Anicca, dukkha, roga, anicca 10 characteristics, dukkha 25 characteristics, anatta 5 characteristics. So they must contemplate again and again both internally and externally by way of 5 aggregate method, again past, present and future. All mentality, materiality by way of 5 aggregate method. They should contemplate 40 ways of contemplation. If they practice again and again slowly, their vipassana insight will become sharp and mature.
Is it necessary to meditate on the 5 aggregates in 11 ways according to the Anatta Lakkhana Sutta? How should one classify each way? For example, dura, far and santika, near nama.
It is also necessary. If you can contemplate by way of 5 aggregate method, it is also very good. But if you can practice nama rupa method only past, future and present, both internally and externally, it is also good. But if you, by practicing in this way, if you cannot realize Nibbana, then you should also continue to practice 5 aggregate method, dividing 5 aggregates in 11 ways according to Anatta Lakkhana Sutta, etc. It is also very good. As a meditation teacher, we cannot read meditator's mind. Because of this reason, we must teach according to Buddha's instruction. Or this meditator will realize Nibbana by practicing nama rupa method only. In this way also we cannot say exactly, because we cannot read their mind, as well as we cannot understand their inner inclination and disposition of faculties. We cannot also understand their parami. Because of this reason, according to Buddha's instruction, we must teach them as far as we can. This is our teacher's responsibility. But How we should distinguish pa niya, etc. Here one question for nama. Yesterday we had already explained. Akusala nama is near to akusala. Kusala nama is near to kusala nama. Vibhaga nama is kusala to near to vibhaga nama. For example, akusala vedana is near to akusala vedana, etc. Kusala vedana is near to kusala vedana. Vibhaga vedana is near to vibhaga vedana, etc. In this way it is mentioned. But according to another translation, whether it is past, future or present, internal or external, gross or subtle, inferior or superior, far or near, all 11 types of vedana, all 11 types of senya perception, all 11 types of volitional formations, all 11 types of consciousness, immediately must contemplate as nature, dukkha, and anatta. This is Buddha's instruction in Anatta Lakkhana Sutta, etc. Not only in Anatta Lakkhana Sutta, such suttas are more than 100 suttas in Khandavagga Samyutta. There are many similar instructions to many different listeners. So these are Buddha's instructions, but for some meditators, 12 arana metta also necessary, like Venerable Rahula, etc. Venerable Rahula, he had to be fulfilled his parami for 100,000 aeons beginning from the time of Brahmodra Buddha. He had good parami. According to Maharaulo Vada Sutta, Buddha also teaches him to contemplate 11 types of five aggregates like Anatta Lakkhana Sutta. To contemplate as nature, dukkha, and anatta. He had already practiced, but it is not enough maybe. How long he practiced? After listening Maharaulo Vada Sutta, one day he became Sotapanna. At that time he was 80 years old as a Samanera only. But when he was 20 years old, he ordained as a bhikkhu. After ordination, 1 was later, the Buddha teaches to Venerable Rahula, Chula Rahula Vada Sutta. And then Chula Rahula Vada Sutta, Buddha teaches 12 Ayana Metta. Previously he had already taught to him 5 aggregate metta, 11 types of to contemplate 11 types of 5 aggregates as nature, dukkha, and anatta. But again, it is also necessary to teach him by way of 12 Ayana Metta. While listening this Chula Rahula Vada Sutta, at that time only he became Arhat. Because of this reason, Venerable Rahula, he is the son of our Lord Buddha. He had enough parami. Such type of meditator also must practice 5 aggregate metta as well as 12 Ayana metta. How don't you want to practice such methods? Have you enough parami there, Venerable Rahula? So very wonderful.
Can Sayadaw please explain how to practically discern the asubha nature of ultimate reality rūpa? 1. Dugandha, 2. Asuci, 3. Vyādi, 4. Jara, 5. Marana.
Such way of contemplation is mentioned in Pena Pindu Bama Sutta commentary. You may feel when you see your kalāpas inside your body. Have you feel very sweet smell? Please inform me. Do you feel very, very sweet smell? Do you feel very bad smell? Repulsive. Always full of repulsive smell. Is it true? This is duganda, bad smell. Asuci. It is very clean inside your body. Industry, you are industry. If you are old, 40 years, within 40 years, how many times do you wash your industry? How many times? If you are 60 years old, within 60 years, how many times do you wash your industry? How many times do you wash your flesh, your sinews, your inner organs? How many times? Never wash throughout the life. Is it very pure or dirty? What do you think? That dirtiness is called asuci. But industry or maybe flesh, etc., they are composed of subatomic particles called, in Pali, they are called kalāpas. So they have repulsive nature only. Asuci. Never clean. This nature also you must try to see. The Vyadi Jara Marana. In this case, you should contemplate by way of conventional truth as well as by way of ultimate sense. According to conventional truth, day by day you are older and older. Is it true? Younger and younger or older and older. How do you think? So always going older and older, day by day. Minute by minute, second by second. They always become older and older. Then this is always there are painful feelings. But because of these painful feelings, you must move in this way, you must move in that way, etc. If there are no painful feelings, you will not move. Is it true? So this is painful feeling. You are feeling painful feeling. This is one type of vyadi. Always there is sickness. In Nagula Bidu, in Nagula Mada Sutta, Buddha always admonished to his previous mother and father. They are in previous existences. They are mother and father of our Buddha. Your body is adura, painful, but you should practice not to painful your mind. Your mind must be not painful. Although your body is full of painful feeling. In this way, Buddha admonished. The another is jara. According to conventional truth, you can also contemplate. According to ultimate sense, certain stage of materiality is jara. That jara is always inclined to death. So inclination nature of death to death, it is called jara. The marana is according to Brahmata, within one life, one time, death. This is according to conventional truth. In each life, one time, there will come death. According to Brahmata, in each materiality moment, always they are, as soon as they rise, they perish away. That perishing is one type of death. So you can seeing this nature, you can contemplate then these materialities as dukkha, asuci, vyadi, jara, marana, etc. But actual contemplation is asubha only. Because of this dukkha, asuci, vyadi, jara, marana, they are reversible. So you can contemplate this materiality as reversible, or in Bali, asubha, etc. So nature, dukkha, anatta, asubha. As soon as they rise, they perish away, so they are nature. They are always oppressed by rising and passing away, so they are dukkha. There is no permanent self, permanent entity in those materialities, so they are anatta. They have this dukkha, asuci, vyadi, jara, marana, so they are asubha, reversible. If they are permanent, it is not reversible. If they are also sweet, if they have sweet smell, it is not reversible. If they are very clean, very pure like diamond, it is not reversible. If there is no sickness, it is also not reversible. If they never old, then it is also not reversible. If they do not perish away, it is also not reversible. But now they have bad smell, they are very dirty, they have sickness, they have aging, and they have death. Because of this reason, they are reversible. So you must also contemplate them as asubha. But while contemplating asubha, there are also another possibility. This possibility is mentioned in Pattidāna Sutta commentary. Our body is full of worms. Is it true? What are they doing, these worms inside our body? They married inside our body. Is it true? They take birth inside our body. When they sick, they cured inside our body. When they urinate, where? They urinate inside our body. When they defecate, where? They defecate inside our body. When they pass away, where they bury? They bury inside our body. So because of this reason, our body is their home, their hospital, their toilet, their cemetery. Is it true? Is it very good? This is reversible, one type of asubha. So, if you contemplate your body, such natures again and again, then that person will destroy. Will destroy. Because full of repulsiveness. When they want to look after this body, foolish men, they look after their body. Wise men, they always try to escape from these sufferings. Is it true? Yes, because of this, the Buddha teaches the path leading to the cessation of these sufferings. If you escape from these sufferings, then you will attain Nibbana. Good? Very good. So, this is one way. Another way there is also while contemplating this materiality as well as mentality, slowly when you are vipassana insight becomes mature, one day you should try not to see rising. You should try only perishing. At that day, slowly when your vipassana insight becomes mature, you will not see rising, you will see only perishing, because you do not pay attention rising. When your vipassana insight becomes sharp, you will see only perishing. At that day, they are always perishing. If you see them, this is very good. Isn't very good? This is also one type of reversible object. Always they are perishing. Because of this reason, you have no desire to grasp or to occupy these perishing dhammas. You want to relinquish these perishing dhammas. Relinquishing and occupying, which is better? Which is better? Buddha always prays to relinquish this materiality and mentality. Buddha never teach to grasp with strong attachment these materiality and mentalities. So because of this reason, commentary also suggests to contemplate this materiality and mentality as anicca, dukkha, anatta, and asubha, again and again. But one-time contemplation is not enough. Repeated contemplation is necessary, because the mind don't want to listen only with one admonishment. Is it true? Again and again, you must admonish your mind. At that time only, maybe a little bit obedient. When your vipassana insight becomes mature, at that time only, you may be able to obey Buddha's instructions. So, because of this reason, you must again and again admonish to your mentality and mentality as nature or dukkha or anatta or asubha. It will be okay.
Another vipassana. Regarding this question about 12 ayatana and 18 dhatu and how to meditate vipassana by this method, this is already explained. So now we go on to second on this paper. Referring to Rūpa Sataka Part 2, Veyyavacca method. In the book it says, a meditator needs to meditate vipassana on the rūpa occurring while in the bodily posture, iriyapata, and activity, sampajana, by way of upalakkana and nidasana. Can Sayadaw please explain what is the meaning of upalakkana and nidasana? How can a yogi discern all rūpa occurring in his daily bodily movements during his whole lifespan?
Maybe in this case, you should not forget. Ikadesa to janitapan. If you have a lot of misunderstanding, there may be wrong practices. For example, many meditation teachers, they instruct to contemplate one element as nature, dukkha, and anatta. At that time, they will realize nibbana. This is their instruction. What is their reference? Reference is Mula Panasa Atthakatha, Mula Panasa commentary. Mula Briyaya Sutta commentary. In that commentary, the commentator explains Savagahi Chadona Daduna Egadesa Mewa Sama Sayadaw Nibbana Babunandi. Many teachers always quote this sentence. What is the meaning? According to their translation, Savakas, while contemplating one element, they can realize Nibbana. This is their translation. But in this case, commentary says, Savagahi Chatuna Dhatuna, among 4 elements, Egadesa Mewa, partially, not one. Partially and one is different meaning. Partially, while contemplating partially 4 elements, then they can realize Nibbana. So the history of this teaching, we must carefully short study. There are 500 bhikkhus. Previously, they are Brahmanas. They are expert in 3 Vedas. They search for the essence in 3 Vedas. They cannot find any essence. Why? They have enough parami. Definitely in this very life they can become arhat. For because of such parami, while learning Vedas, 3 Vedas, they cannot find any essence. So they discuss to each other, we should ordain as a bhikkhu under the Gautama Buddha. Now his teachings are very famous in our India. So we should ordain 500 together, all together. Okay. So they ordain as a bhikkhu under the guidance of Buddha. Then they listen Buddha's teachings. They learn Buddha's teachings. Because they have a lot of sharp wisdom, they can teach Buddha's teaching very, very quickly. Later, they have a lot of pride because of this learning knowledge, priyati knowledge. Oh, Buddha's teachings are not so difficult for us. It is very easy. Whatever he teaches, we can easily learn very quickly. So it is not necessary too much to pay respect to the Buddha. In this way, they have a lot of pride. Because of this pride, they do not go to listen Dhamma every day, whenever Buddha teaches Dhamma. And then they don't pay respect too much to the Buddha. One day, Buddha reviewed the condition of those bhikkhus. Oh, they have a lot of pride. If I did not suppress this pride, they cannot become arhat. So I should suppress their pride. So Buddha teaches this Mula Briyaya Sutta. Maybe famous Rice David in England, Pali Text Society. He is the president of Pali Text Society in England. While translating this sutta, he do not understand well. So because of this reason, he asked Venerable Lady Sayadaw to write new commentary for easy understanding of this sutta. Other than Venerable Lady Sayadaw write another new commentary. Seeing this commentary, only they can translate this sutta. So sutta is very difficult, very deep, and very profound. But in this case, I want to explain a few sentences only. In that sutta, Buddha teaches 4 elements. One expounding 4 elements, Buddha distinguished 3 types, 4 types. How worldly or how ordinary Puthujjana, ordinary person who have no Vipassana Pinya. How did he understand these 4 elements? He understood these 4 elements. This is my, this is I, this is my Atta. In this way, who had no wisdom, I understand 4 elements as my, as I, as my Atta. For example, hardness. Oh, this hardness is my hardness. This hardness is I. This hardness is my Atta. In this way, they perceive. But Sotapanna and Sakadagami and Anagami, they have no wrong view. This is my Atta. But they perceive this At element or Vada element, Paya element and With element. With attachment and prop. This is my hardness. This is I. But they have no wrong view. This is my Atta. Because their birth knowledge already destroy wrong view. Rahas, they have no 3 types of attachment, 3 types of grasping. They do not think these 4 elements are their own. They do not think this is them, I. This is, they are my, they are, this is my, this is I, this is my Atta. Because they are arahant but already destroying these 3 types of grasping. This is mine is grasping by craving. This is I is grasping by conceit. This is my Atta. This is grasping by wrong view. So they have no such type of 3 types of grasping. Because they had already destroyed Tanha, Mana, Ditthi. Attachment, craving, conceit and wrong view. The Buddha also understand these 4 elements without any grasping. No grasping. These 4 elements are my 4 elements. They are my, they are I, they are my Atta. Such type of grasping, Buddha has no such type of grasping. Then there was another problem. Arahat also has no grasping, 3 types of grasping. Buddha also has no 3 types of grasping. What is the difference? The difference, the commentary explains, the Arahats, they understand 4 types of element. Their understanding is prajñāta. But Buddha also understands these 4 elements. But Buddha's understanding is prajñātanta. What is the difference between prajñāta and prajñātanta? So, Savakas also 4 part knowledge and 4 fruition knowledge. Buddha also had already attained 4 part and 4 fruition knowledge. Buddha's Sotapanna part knowledge destroys Sakaya, Ditthi, Vicikiccha, etc. Personal wrong view and doubt, etc. Buddha's Sotapanna part knowledge also destroys these 2 defilements. No difference. In the same way, other part knowledges also destroy their respective defilements. There is no difference between Buddha's destroying the defilements and disciples destroying the defilements by their different types of path knowledge. The difference is what? Savagahi Chetona Daduna Ege Sa Mewa Sama Saidwa Nibbana Babunandi. Buddha's disciples after contemplating four elements partially, they can realize Nibbana. But Buddha contemplate four elements of all materialities without exception within 100,000 Koti aeons. 100,000 Koti aeons, maybe many billion, 100,000 billion world cycles. Buddha, without exception, he contemplates all materialities. There is no even one kalapa which Buddha did not contemplate by his vipassana insight. But Savaka disciples can contemplate these formations partially only. So this is the difference between the Buddha's enlightenment and Savaka's enlightenment. What does mean this partially? Within this two-seater compound, for example, while discerning externally four elements meditation, you may see the whole compound become kalāpas, including buildings, trees, and crowd. All become kalāpas. How many kalāpas are there? Can you calculate? Uncountable. Among those kalāpas, disciples can analyze partially only. Not all. Buddha can analyze all. Without exception. Not only within two-seater compound. 100,000 Koti world cycles. Buddha contemplate every kalāpa without exception. There is not one kalāpa materiality which Buddha did not contemplate by his vipassana insight. In this way they compared. When the commentary explains four elements, there is fixed law. For example, in Dhammasāvana Abhidhamma, this is first book. In that Dhammasāvana book, Buddha teaches 27 types of rūpas only, not Hariyavuttu. When Buddha is expounding Pattāna, at that time only Buddha teaches Hariyavuttu in Pattāna. Yarupa Nisaya Mano Dhatu Cha Mano Viññāna Dhatu Cha Upajanti Dharupan Mano Dhatu Yaja Mano Viññāna Dhatu Yaja Nisya Bhikkena Bhikkho, etc. In this way Buddha teaches in Pattāna Hariyavuttu. He based off Mano Dhatu, Mano Viññāna Dhatu. But in Dhammasāvana, Buddha does not teach Hariyavuttu. Only 27 rūpas Buddha teach. What is the reason? There are many reasons you may do not understand if I explain. But commentary also does not say about Hariyavuttu while expounding Dhammasāvana Pali text. And this commentary is called Atthā-salini. And Atthā-salini commentary also does not explain about Hariyavuttu. But while expounding Pattāna, at that time only commentary explains about Hariyavuttu. This is the natural law. In the same way, in that Mula Brihaya Sutta, Buddha teaches only four elements among Paramattha Dhammas. Because when expounding Mula Brihaya Sutta, Buddha has no idea to teach for those 500 bhikkhus for realization of Nibbana. Buddha's idea is to suppress their conceit mana only. So to suppress their mana, Buddha teaches this Mula Brihaya Sutta. While expounding Mula Brihaya Sutta in Paramattha Dhamma, Buddha teaches only 4 elements. Then Buddha teaches conventional truth. Human beings, devas, different types of devas, Chitumara, Sika, Tavarinsa, Yama, Dusita, Nimana, Rati, Pranamita, Vasa, Vuddhi, etc. Then many stages of Brahmas. In this way, Buddha teaches conventional truth also. Disciples, while contemplating external world, they can understand only partially. Buddhas can see all. Not only one world cycle. Within 100,000 Koti world cycle, he can see all. There was no kalāpa which Buddha did not contemplate by Vipassana, by his Vipassana insight. In this way, Buddha teaches this Mula Brihaya Sutta, but commentary explains. When Buddha teaches 4 elements meditation, 24 derivative materiality, they are also materiality. 4 elements are also materiality. When Buddha teaches 4 elements, a material must understand Buddha is teaching 28 types of materiality. Because 4 elements are also rūpa, rūpana. They have characteristics of rūpana. Characteristics of changing. 24 derivative rūpas are also rūpa. They have also characteristics of changing. Because of this reason, they have same characteristics. Changing characteristics. Among those same characteristics, Buddha teaches one Dhamma. A material must understand all Dhammas. Buddha says as an example 4 elements only. This is Lakkhana Hara Niti Mada. Combining same characteristic Dhammas in 4 elements, Buddha teaches. That Lakkhana Hara Niti Mada is also called Upa Lakkhana and Nidasana. The meaning of Upa Lakkhana and Nidasana means Buddha is explaining as example only for easy understanding. Then commentary also explains 28 types of rūpas are also sankhara. 28 types of rūpas are also sankhara. All mentality are also sankhara. They have same characteristics. Sankhara is, what is the meaning of sankhara? They are formations. They have their own respective cause. Depending on their own respective cause, they can arise. If there is no cause, they cannot arise. Is it true? Yes, because of this reason, depending on their own cause, they arise. So such type of dhammas are called sankhara. Materiality. Material also have their own cause. What are their own cause? Kama, cittaja, uddhu, hara, etc. This is their own cause. Kama produce kama-born materiality. Cittaja produce mind-born materiality. Uddhu produce temperature-born materiality. Nutriment produce nutriment-born materiality. They have their own respective cause. In the same way, mentality also they have their own respective cause. Some mentality are produced by past karma. Some are produced present causes. So they have also cause and condition. Because of this reason, they are also sankhara. So combining all sankhara dhammas in 4 elements, Buddha teaches this sutta. This is the commentary's explanation. After explaining this meaning, then another place in same sutta, commentary says, Savakahi Chetona Daduna Egresa Mewa Samasedwa Nibbana Babunandi. Savakas can realize Nibbana by contemplating partially 4 elements. In this way, commentary explains, Why commentary again says 4 elements partially? Because in original Sutta, Buddha only teaches 4 elements. So, he must also again say 4 elements partially. But he had already explained in 4 elements, all formations are included. He had already explained. So, when expounding 4 elements, we must also understand among 4 elements, all formations are included. Then what is the meaning? All materiality and mentality are formations. While contemplating all materiality and mentality, Savaka, disciples, Buddha's disciples, going contemplate partially only. Cannot contemplate fully, all without exception. In your body, if you can discern 4 elements systematically, you can see kalāpas. How many kalāpas are there? Can you calculate? Can you contemplate all? Cannot. Partially only. How partially? Depends on your quality of wisdom faculty. This your vipassana wisdom faculty also arises dependent on your parami. When your parami becomes mature, very good, very high class, like Veyyavacca Buddha, then you may be able to contemplate many kalāpas, so, but partially. But if your parami is a little bit weak, then your vipassana, the quality of your vipassana insight also will become weak. At that time, you may also see a few partially only. So we cannot say exactly how many in this way. But in your idol, there are 7 types of kalāpa, 63 types of materiality. You must contemplate all. This is quantity, no, this is quality only, not quantity. In your eye, there may be uncountable eye-decade kalāpas, uncountable body-decade kalāpas, uncountable sex-decade kalāpas. You cannot contemplate all. There are uncountable temperature bomb, mind bomb, nutrient bomb kalāpas. You cannot contemplate all. But quality, you must contemplate all. But quantity, you cannot contemplate all. Partially, you can contemplate. This is partially, the meaning of partially. In the same way, ear-do, nose-do, tongue-do, body-do. Body-do is very big. So you cannot contemplate all without exception. You can contemplate those formations partially only, depending on the quality of or the power of your vipassana wisdom faculty. This is the meaning of partially. So this is also the meaning of upalakkhana and nidasana. In the same way, in rūpa saddhaka method, when contemplating materiality by way of rūpa saddhaka method, then you must contemplate every day your bodily postures, movement, and in every movement materiality. But you can contemplate partially only. Partially means every day your movement, you cannot be got. How many movements are there? It is not necessary. But as far as you can, you must contemplate them very, very closely. Every movement, materiality is anicca, dukkha, and anatta. In the same way, while contemplating mentality, throughout your life, how many times do you see color object? How many times? You cannot calculate, but you must contemplate mental process while seeing color object partially only. How many partially? We cannot say exactly. As far as you can, very, very closely you must contemplate them as nature, dukkha and anatta. What is the purpose? The purpose is every moment there is nature, dukkha, anatta, not only occasionally. In every moment, they are always nature, dukkha, anatta throughout samsara. From many births like which you had been designed, from past to present, present to future, up to the end of future. Every moment they are nature, dukkha and anatta. If you have such type of knowledge, slowly your vipassana insight will become mature and your disenchantment nibbida jnana. Nibbida-nupassana jnana will become mature. You have this, if you have disenchantment to this materiality and mentality, then attachment to this materiality and mentality slowly will disappear. When attached, then if you realize Nibbana at that time, your 4 types of path knowledge and 4 types of fruition knowledge will destroy this defilement stage by stage. At that time, attachment will disappear completely without remainder. For destroying of this attachment, you must try to see there are the no force. What are force? Nature, dukkha, anatta, asubha. These are the force of materiality and mentality. If you have seen this adinava force again, slowly your vipassana insight will pull up disenchantment, nibbida. At that time, you can destroy this attachment to these 5 aggregates. For such purpose, Buddha teaches this vipassana. But when teaching vipassana, disciples can discern only partially. But as far as you can, while practicing rūpa saddhaka method, while contemplating from birth linking mind movement up to death mind movement, every bodily posture, in every bodily posture, materiality rising in perishing, you must contemplate. But although we must say every, you can contemplate partially only, not fully. But as far as you can, you must contemplate throughout your life, in every bodily posture, in every day within 100 years. This is the instruction mentioned in the rūpa saddhaka method. But this bodily posture mentioned only upa-lakkhana and nidasana as an example only. That bodily movement is explained in commentary while walking. This is by way of teaching as an example only. But while lying down, while bending, while stretching, while doing anything, in every bodily movement you must try. Not only while walking, not only while sitting, not only while lying down, and not only while standing. In every bodily movement, as far as you can, very, very closely, please contemplate this ultimate materiality as nature, dukkha, and anatta. So, in commentary, the commentary explains only bodily posture. But every movement you must try. This is upa-lakkhana and nidasana.
Referring to arupa sattaka, can Sayadaw please explain the steps how to systematically practice 1 kalapa method, 2 yamaka method, 3 khanika method, and 4 patipati method?
Kalapa, maybe this is 5 aggregate, etc. As a group, you must contemplate these formations. Yamaka is you should contemplate maybe mentality as a nature. That nature knowledge also you must again contemplate as a nature. You should contemplate one nama as dukkha. That insight knowledge also you must contemplate as You must contemplate maybe seven types of group. In Rūpa Sadhaka it is mentioned 7 types of rūpa. Adana, Nikibana, do Veyyavacca, do etc. From birth linking mind movement up to death linking mind movement. Throughout the life, there are different types of rūpas rising and perishing. Among those, karma born, temperature born, mind born kalāpas also include in the Dhamma rūpa. Inanimate rūpas such as gold, silver, etc. External inanimate materiality also include. All rūpas you must contemplate as a group, nature. That nature inside knowledge again you must contemplate as a nature. Then again you must contemplate those materialities as a nature. Then that nature knowledge you must also contemplate as dukkha. Then again you must contemplate those formations, those materialities as a nature. That nature also you must again contemplate as anatta. So, nature nupassana jnana you must contemplate 3 times as a nature, dukkha and anatta. What is nature nupassana jnana? At that time, the contemplated mind means the contemplated vipassana mental process. This is mental process. In mind-adapting mind movement, there are 12 mental formations. In each jhana vipassana jhana mind movement, usually there are 34 or 33 or 32 mental formations in each mind movement. Among those mind movement, vipassana insight also include. If you must emphasize vipassana insight, this in each jhana mind movement there are 34 or 33. If there are 34, there is PD. If there is 33, there will be no PD. So such difference only. So this vipassana insight also you must contemplate as nature. Then dukkha, then anatta 3 times. Again, these 7 types of rūpa as a group, you must contemplate then dukkha. That dukkha nupassana insight also saying 1 mind-adapting consciousness in 7 jhanas. Occasionally there may be 2 registering mind movements. Then if there is 2 registering mind movement, you must also contemplate including these 2 registering mind movements, this vipassana mental process as nature. Then dukkha, then anatta 3 times. Again these 7 types of group materialities as a group, you must contemplate them as anatta. That anatta knowledge, insight knowledge also you must contemplate again as nature, dukkha and anatta. So 3 times. But in yamaka method, you must do separately according to rūpa sadhaka way. For example, from birth linking mind movement up to death linking mind movement, you must contemplate all materialities as nature. That nature inside knowledge also you must contemplate as nature, dukkha and anatta separately. In the same way you must contemplate them as dukkha. Then that dukkha inside knowledge also you must contemplate as nature, dukkha and anatta. Again, you must contemplate them as anatta. Then that anatta knowledge also you must contemplate as anicca, dukkha, anatta, etc. At that time, you should understand vipassana citta, or preceding citta and succeeding citta. Emphasizing citta, the commentary explains only, but actually citta never arises without cetasika mental patterns. If it arises, it always arises according to mental process. They never arise as a single mind moment. Only Bhavanā mind state or Bhaddanta mind and that consciousness, they arise as a single. But such type of vipassana, mental insight, always arise as a mental process. Because of this reason, at the time, while contemplating vipassana insight, you must contemplate this vipassana insight with your mental process only. You must contemplate vipassana mental process as anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Then you must also divide rūpa again. Veyyavacca rūpa. If you had already practiced rūpa cittaja, then it is very easy for you. But contemplating rūpa, then you must contemplate insight knowledge as anicca, dukkha, anatta. In this way, you must do both rūpa and nama. This is yamaka. But this Veyyavacca is up to everyday bodily posture. So many days you must contemplate. Then khanika is maybe while contemplating vipassana insight. In this case, you contemplate only one time. But in khanika method, you must contemplate 5 times. For example, first from birth linking mind moment up to death linking mind moment, all materialities you contemplate as anicca. That anicca mental process, anicca knowledge, which is one type of anicca nupassana, vipassana mental process, you must contemplate as anicca with second vipassana insight knowledge. That second vipassana insight knowledge also you must contemplate with that vipassana insight knowledge as anicca. Again, you must contemplate that vipassana insight knowledge with the fourth vipassana insight knowledge as anicca. Then fourth vipassana insight knowledge you must contemplate with fifth insight knowledge as anicca. In this way, you must contemplate 5 times. But in Pattidāna method, you must contemplate 10 times only. But not more than 10 times they mentioned. So, because of this reason, if you had already practiced rūpa cittaja, in every stage you must contemplate. But please practice under the guidance of a teacher thoroughly. At least this rūpa cittaja you should practice 7 days. This arūpa cittaja also at least you should practice 7 days. But my Dhamma will be few minutes. But you must contemplate at least 7 days because actual practicing takes long time. So you should practice under the guidance of teacher. But many meditation teachers, in this case, they teach their students preceding mind and succeeding mind only. This is not enough. Because vipassana mind never arises as a single. It always arises with the associated mental formations. This is one reason. Another reason is when they arise, they always arise as a mind-mental process only. This is their natural law. According to their natural law, you must contemplate them as anicca, dukkha, and anatta. But If you can do anicca knowledge as anicca dukkha anatta, dukkha knowledge also as anicca dukkha anatta, anatta knowledge also as anicca dukkha anatta, it is better. But such way of practice is practice our Buddha. While he was sitting under the Bodhi tree last watch, he practiced Vipassana many different ways. Among those different ways, this Rupa Saddhaka method, Arupa Saddhaka method also include. This is mentioned in Mahaparinibbana Sutta commentary. In the same way, before great final cessation Mahaparinibbana, Buddha 10 months before, Buddha feel back pain. At that time, to remove that painful feeling, Buddha also practiced Vipassana by way of this Rupa Saddhaka method and Arupa Saddhaka method. At that time, Vipassana become very powerful and strong. At the end of powerful Vipassana inside Buddha, enter into Arahant Purusha attainment. When he emerged from Arahant Purusha attainment, at that time only he do Ditthijjukamma. May this back pain not appear in me up to great final cessation day. In this way, he must practice every day. By Ditthijjukamma, strong determination, at that time he removed this suffering, painful feeling. So Buddha also uses this Rupa Saddhaka method and Arupa Saddhaka method. So please patiently practice this Rupa Saddhaka method and Arupa Saddhaka method while practicing Vipassana. But if 7 days is not enough, how long will you must practice? 1 month, 2 months also very good. Don't be worried. Today, let that stop here. Sharing merit. Idami Bonyam Aswakayam Wahan Hodu Idami Bonyam Nibbana Sa Paccayo Hodu Idami Bonyam Sava Sadhanam Bhajima Desabe Mesama Punya Bhagam Lavandu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu